Death Whisperer 3 Review. A repetitive slop that has its moments. Death Whisperer 3 Review. In this Thai sequel of the popular franchise, Yak finds himself protecting his family once more when his youngest sister is taken by the Black Spirit. Vipa Prout 3. The film has a runtime of 88 minutes and is based on characters created by Critinon. Everyone's favorite Thai horror series is back with another entry, and this time, Yak goes up against the S-Spirit once again after his youngest sister, Yi, is captured. The film goes into sinister cults and other interesting topics from Thailand's history, blending folklore and history quite wonderfully. The film builds tension through these folkloric horror elements and binds us to the film with the close-knit ties between the siblings, making us root for Yak's quest once again. We have seen these siblings fight against the greatest odds, and thus this feels familiar in a way. The eerie settings, especially the haunted forest of Bang Sanabang, makes for an excellent setting as Yak and his trusted mates go out on a dangerous mission. It gives us a pervasive sense of dread, and its attempt at weaving Thai mythical elements with psychological thrills truly stands out. The film stands out from its other installments because it also has a new director this time around, which brings in a fresher perspective. The cinematography is great, as is the sound design, and it makes everything look very eerie. However, the film's elements, despite some new things, are still repetitive and follow a similar pattern to every other horror movie in the genre. The jump scares are the worst part of the film because they are done to death and don't invoke any fear. I think the makeup for the Black Spirit is done very well, and it's only that part that truly feels scary in bursts. The conversations start to get very repetitive as everyone warns Yak that it's a dangerous mission, and he vehemently refuses to agree with anyone. Of course, that results in things getting extremely perilous for everyone, and then they have to fight ghosts. Sometimes it feels like AI wrote the plot, as the film feels like it's something you have watched before. Also read Death Whisperer Review. Nadek Kugimiya film lacks any and all thrill. Nadek Kugimiya returns as Yak once more and is quite entertaining throughout. He sells the role as the oldest brother, now calmer and more mature, and makes us root for him. Nachanena Jessica Padovan is also fantastic as Yi, the youngest sister possessed by the Black Spirit. The performances, overall, are great and also add a lot of realism to the story. In the end, though, there's literally nothing new in Death Whisperer 3 that separates it from others in the genre. I found it very boring and far-fetched as the film moved towards the end of the runtime, and it ended up being a sour experience for me. I guess nothing really stood out for me, especially in the climax.